So water everywhere.
Oh my word, I love water.
Should you drink?
Yes, what water should you drink?
Right?
Yes. I'd have to say you're in the same boat I am, Julie. We are water freaks. Yes.
I've always been a water drinker.
Me too, because water is not just it's not a beverage choice. Water is a nutrient, an essential nutrient to live. Next to oxygen, it's the #1 thing you need to live.
Right. You can't sustain life. You can't. We can't. Animal. It just can't. And plant, everything. You need it. You just need it.
Yep.
There's a lot in the air today.
A lot of
very
moisture.
humid. We'll be fine.
I mean, if you think about it, what is it? They say the body is 75% water. But if you break it down, actually, that's kind of an average. I learned recently the brain is 85% water. Your bones have water in them. Your kidneys, your eyes are
95.
Isn't that crazy?
No wonder they get so super cold when it's really cold outside, right?
That's a good point.
That's how you get frostbitten so quickly, right? When you have, who knew that you had such a high level of moisture in your eyeballs?
You're right. But when people are dehydrated and they get dry eye, what do? You start putting in the drops. You know, and didn't you tell me you actually use some of our PiMag water?
We do, yeah. We're going to talk about that water tonight. And
you put it in your eyes.
I do. I do. A couple of my friends suggested that one day, and I did it, and it made me feel better. So it's good. I've used that to rinse out a lot of people's eyes. But you know, when you have something in them, it's good.
Wow,
not having something in them, but getting it out.
Getting it out with good water. So what are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about water. Why? Why do we need water?
Why do we?
So we said it's important. You can't survive without it. Why?
Right, why?
Why, Tina?
Well,
why
wait.
is it so important?
Before we go into why, let's just tell you what we're going to cover today.
Oh,
we're going to cover
an agenda. Maybe.
Why water? Yeah. What are the side effects of dehydration? What do you feel? What happens to your body? What should you be looking for? Because 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated. We're going to talk about the types of water.
Right. What's available to us to choose from.
Exactly.
Right? Make the best choices possible.
And what is the best water? What is perfect water?
What is it?
What is perfect water?
We'll get to that tonight. Don't leave.
No.
Don't leave.
No.
Invite more people to come find out what perfect water is. That's even better.
So that's what we're covering tonight. All right.
We'll do it.
So why water?
Why water?
Why water? I like to think of the word cadet when I think about why water. Cadet stands for the 5 areas that water really controls in your body. Your circulation, including your cardio health, is the C. The A is assimilation. So basically how your body absorbs the nutrients.
Right. Anything that you're ingesting, right? If you're dehydrated, it's not going anywhere.
Nowhere.
It can't get into your cells. At a molecular level, you're not getting it.
Nothing. So assimilation. Digestion.
Right. Same thing.
Yeah.
Right. You got to get it there.
That's right. Elimination.
Got to get it out.
Oops. Did I really say that word? I think I said it.
You did. You did.
Elimination.
Right?
In more ways than once.
But it's got to go somewhere,
It does,
right?
but if you don't get the toxins out, whichever way you're going, then they're just stuck in your body and you get sicker. You don't want that. And lastly, the one that most people do not think about, temperature control.
It's huge, right?
Huge.
Your body's working on it all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
I think we use the most energy in our bodies. The most energy is used just trying to keep us at 98.6. I mean, that's crazy how much energy is used.
It's cool when you think about it, though. Right?
Yeah.
It's all the things that your body's doing that you're not really thinking about, right? It's all the subconscious things that are happening that you're not in tune to necessarily, and it's all the things that we're not always even all that thankful for, right? Or grateful for, that your body just knows to do, right? I'm not thinking, oh my gosh, I need to temperature control right now. Actually, I am a little bit because it's warm outside.
It is.
It's amazing when you're inside and you're working or you're doing whatever, you're not thinking about that. Your body's just working on doing it, and it's using moisture and water to do it. It's using nutrients that you've taken in and that are assimilated into your body in order to get you to the right temperature.
And speaking of temperature, at my age, I'm having some hot flashes. I can't believe I'm going to talk about that, but I am.
Whoa! Me too. It's okay.
After learning that about water, I decided to do a little test. I was having a hot flash. I chugged 2 big glasses of water, and I noticed almost instantaneously my temperature came down. Thought, interesting.
That is pretty interesting. I usually just
poured it.
That works too.
Oh, that feels good, actually. That or putting your face in front of the AC. Oh, please, God, please let me have the air.
So we talked about the things that water does for us, right?
Yes.
When it's working and when we've got it in our bodies. What happens when we don't have water, T?
Word. Oh,
What
my word.
happens?
You know, I read a book from Dr. Batmangali. It's called Your Body's Many Cries for Water. And in it, he explains that almost every chronic illness or disease starts with dehydration. Yeah, stems from it. So what are some of the areas that people don't think about that, yes, is caused by dehydration? Let's see. Well, fatigue. Some people realize, okay, if I'm dehydrated, fatigue.
Right.
But then what about joint discomfort, weight gain, headaches? Headaches are huge.
No. So when I was talking about first learning about these technologies, my husband's health was my primary concern. But for me, the benefit that I realized without even looking for it is I'm a migraine sufferer. I've been a migraine sufferer my whole life. I took prescription meds and maxed them out every month. It was very, very complicated and difficult. And they were you need to lay in the dark, no sounds, no lights kind of migraines. Hard to live your life and go to work and those kinds of things. At any rate, the things that I introduced to myself, I gave everything to my husband, and I kept one of these. Power band necklace. I have the stainless steel version now, the Marquesa, but this is the exact one, not this exact one, but a power band necklace. She'll give it back later. No, but that necklace is what I started with, and the water. And I have not had a migraine. I've not had a headache other than from dehydration when I knowingly miss out on drinking water, or I've had something really high in sodium. But I have not had a migraine in 2 years.
It's crazy.
2. I mean, I could start to cry. It's so amazing that I've not had to suffer from that. I've not filled a prescription, not once. And I've not missed any work. Well, I mean, that's kind of a bummer. Yeah. I'd rather miss it for good reasons than to be in bed suffering. But it's the water. And I was I've always been a big water drinker. But
same here, but I was always
water
dehydrated.
wasn't the right kind.
Right, I was always dehydrated.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Go ahead. That was headaches.
No. Headaches, yes. Ulcers. Lower back pain. A lot of people suffer with lower back pain if they only realized that that's caused from dehydration.
Right.
Who would have thought? I mean, seriously.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah. Instead, we take painkillers, which add to
dehydration.
Kidneys disease.
Right.
High blood pressure. Everybody jumps on your high blood pressure medications. Instead, how about you chug some water?
Try. Well, how about drinking water consistently through
yes.
the day?
Oh, yes. That's right.
Chugging's all well and good
That's
and very
true.
satisfying, but throughout the day, right? Just continue drinking it, because I read or I heard, I think it was Dr. Gary Linder was talking about in one of his talks where he says, you know, if you think about it, if you're trying to hydrate or you're watering a plant or you're trying to hydrate dried out leather, if you pour a big old glass of water on it, it just pools on the top and it doesn't really absorb. But if you just dribble it on slowly, consistently, the leather gets really soft and absorbed, or the plant just absorbs, the soil absorbs the water. If you pour it on too quickly, it just pools. So the point is to try to keep your body hydrated consistently through the day.
And that's hard to do.
It is hard to do.
But you know what I do?
But I'm going to go for one.
I know, I'm thirsty. Yes, yours.
Thank you.
But what I do is I actually set an alarm on my phone. Hello, darling. I actually set an alarm on my phone, so every hour it goes off, and I know, okay, I'm going to just drink 8 ounces of water right now. So every hour, for most of the day, I'll drink about 8 ounces. I think normally I drink about 80 to 85 ounces a day. It's about right. I mean, it's a little more than, what is that? You're supposed to do half of your body weight.
In ounces.
In ounces.
Ounces.
Right. I like a little bit more. So.
I do that. I go into a corporate office every day. So I have, and we'll talk about it later, we'll show you a portable water bottle that does the filtration that we're going to talk about. And I also go in with just a big BPA-free plastic bottle of way bigger than that, and I carry it in, so it's a little bit of muscle strength as I walk in my half mile into work, and I carry it, and then I drink from that, and then I use my sports bottle to refill it, so I'm always having the right kind of water for myself.
Oh, that's nice.
I really just want to bring a waterfall to my desk. That's next.
That's next. And a lot of people actually ask me, how do I get the PyMag water to work with me?
Right.
And a lot do use the sports bottle, but those with arthritis have a really hard time squeezing that bottle. So how do you do it? And there's the answer.
Yeah.
You actually
I just fill it from my waterfall at home, which we'll talk about later.
Yes.
These are all just little teasers.
Yeah, little teasers.
And back to dehydration.
Yeah, dehydration. Allergies. Who would have thought? But allergies, asthma.
Asthma's so caused by dehydration. Right?
Gosh.
It's amazing.
And yeah, if you just drink some of it, that would help so much. But little things that I didn't know about was personality shifts, impatience, anxiousness, like not being able to focus.
Right.
My nephew, my mom was telling me when he's in school, he's got a lot of energy, ADD, let's call it. Just saying, high energy. His teachers will actually send him out and go get some water. Would you please just go drink some water? Which I applaud any teacher that knows that.
Fantastic.
Instead of asking his parents to medicate him, how about you just drink some water? I love that. Another big one, personality shift that people don't realize, is depression. And how many people are on depression medications?
So many.
So many.
I don't even know what the percentage is. It's got to be exorbitant.
Oh.
So many people I know are on it.
Right.
And I mean, a lot of them are legit, right? A lot of it, it's necessary. If you have a chemical imbalance, I'm not saying you can't have it, but there are other ways that you can help your body and maybe be on a lesser quantity of it, right? So it's not as hard on your body. But there are other things that you can help to boost, to make yourself feel better, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Across the board.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we talked about why water.
Why water?
We talked about dehydration.
That's big.
Let's talk
now,
about
types of water. Yeah, drum roll. I can only drum roll with one arm. I was trying to clap with one hand. It's not easy to do.
You do this, don't you?
You just wave.
Okay, so types of water. So we had a poll. We both put polls out on our events. And who knows or who thought the best kind of water available was either tap water, reverse osmosis water, filtered water, well water, right? Or bottled water. And we got, some different opinions.
Yeah.
And people put in what they could. We intentionally didn't include the one that we knew was best. But because we didn't know if you knew about it, right? So we didn't want to, it wasn't a teaser. It was really, these are the kinds of waters that are available to the most people. So this is why we're talking about it, because there is another kind of water that's available. But let's say tap water. Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Wait, you were just looking. What's the website?
Well, I'm not going to tell you just yet because I don't want you running off and doing it. But we'll give you a website before we're done where you can put in your zip code and then you can put in your water company if you're on city water, and it will tell you what's in your water.
Disgusting.
It's really scary.
Did you do yours?
I did.
What was in yours?
Not good.
Not good? Well, mine was terrible.
I'm fortunately on WEM water in my home, but like 2 miles down the road is city water, and it's not good. I have friends who would only get artesian water to be able to bathe, or use bottled water to bathe.
Oh, because of all the chemicals in the city water? I heard once that cities put lye in their water to make the water a higher pH so that it would kill all the diseases that are in the water.
Okay, so, right, and diseases
Chlorine.
are made up of what? Cells?
Cells, yeah.
What are we made up of?
Cells.
Not the best thing to put on your body, right? In your body, or to shower in it.
Right, the chlorine.
So everybody's so cautious, or trying to be cautious about what you're drinking.
Right.
But you wind up showering in it.
And your skin absorbs 5 times the chemicals.
Because it's covers
everywhere.
all of you, right?
Yes.
And it's hot, right? Normally, most of us are having warm showers, so your pores are open, so you're absorbing that much more. And chlorine plus heat equals toxins.
Yeah.
Bad toxins, right? So it's really important to take into consideration what you're showering in as well. So if you are on city water, it's good. We'll give you this website and you can go and check out your own water and just see. Now bear in mind, when we looked up Tina's, the stats were bad. I mean, I texted her immediately. I said, never drink out of your tap.
Yeah, really. Arsenic, copper, lead, chlorine, of course, fluoride. I think I counted 24 toxic chemicals.
And they said the average for the nation was 4.
Really? Toxic
I think so.
chemicals?
We'll have to look at that again. But and it shows you what's in it. It shows you whether or not you're above the legal amount, and it shows you whether or not it's a toxin, right? Which is scary. Now, pay attention at the very top, though, because on Tina's it said it was 10 years old because the water company wasn't responsive to get a more recent one. So it could be that the water, hopefully, is better now than it was 10 years ago, but just pay attention to that, and, it's worth looking into. And we'll say it, and then we'll post it on the events as well, so you can come to it later.
Well, you know what's interesting is I actually looked at the lead levels for our city water here in New Jersey. And then I went, and this is the same time frame, they did Flint, Michigan's lead content. We had so much more lead in our water than Flint, Michigan. And look at the situation now. So it's really scary. City water is terrible for you. Absolutely terrible.
It depends what they put in the water, right? And then it travels through the pipes
You're right, and picks up more of the
How old
copper
are they,
and lead.
right? What was it? And then it gets into your home, and then you've got the piping in your home, right? There's so many things that you don't have control over.
Right.
To ensure what's coming out and what's
Yep.
potable and what's not potable and you're putting into your body. So I'm gonna zip along a little
ahead.
bit because we're using up a lot of time.
Are we?
And
Oh,
I
I'm
wanna
so
make
sorry.
sure we
What
have
time
no,
is it?
nope, it's 10 of 8.
No, it's not.
It is. It's so much fun. We get away.
Go,
Anyhow,
go,
so
go,
that's
go.
tap water. So we're gonna zip through these. But so a lot of those things in tap water can, excuse me, cause like rashes and skin illnesses, dry throat, water. I have a cold.
No way.
Excuse me. Okay,
All right.
so
Right. So there's tap water,
tap water, reverse osmosis water.
which everybody thinks is so wonderful.
It is. However, it's wonderful because it has nothing in it.
Right. Nothing that
Nothing.
kills everything.
The goal with reverse osmosis is to have 0 total dissolved solids in the water. 0. So it's truly of no value to the human body. So I've heard a lot of arguments that you're taking in enough nutrients through your food that you don't need to worry about it with your water. It's not true,
No.
right? How many Americans are really eating that healthy a diet that they're getting all their nutrients
How many
through food?
soils left in America are still nutritious
exactly.
enough to create the nutrients in our food? Really?
Right. So reverse osmosis, I'm sorry, I'm zipping through. And we can go through, you guys have questions,
Yep.
let us know. But we have lots of facts, lots of
Yes.
studies where all these things came from. So essentially reverse osmosis is dead water. You're going to drink it. Your body's not really going to be able to absorb much of it because it has no value to it, and you're going to eliminate it.
It's just dead water.
It is just dead water. So then filtered water.
Mm-hmm.
Same sort of thing, similarly, right? So it depends on the filter, where you're getting it.
well,
Not
what
gonna
is
name
it,
all
the-
the companies, but there's
Yeah, we can't name the
right?
company, but those sold in your larger box stores.
Right.
Interesting enough, there's 3 types of filters, and they only do one, which is aesthetics, just for taste and smell. It
Right.
filters out no
So you don't see any
chemicals.
floaties.
Right. It's just a carbon-based filtration system.
Right.
Which,
Which is a step.
it is a step, but
It's not what we need. It's not the
No,
only thing we need.
absolutely
right? You need so
not.
much more than that. So filtered water, meh.
yeah,
I mean, it's better than nothing,
true.
but it's not good. It's not good enough.
Right.
We want
No.
you to have better water
Yes.
than that. So then bottled water. What do you say, right? So bottled
We've been
water.
sold a bunch of
A hooey.
yeah, but who? Yeah,
So there's 11 billion gallons of bottled water
Oh.
that were consumed in 2014. So
Oh.
it's only more now. We know that. So bottled water is expensive. It's expensive financially, and it is expensive for the environment.
Oh, yes.
Right. So you feel like when you go and you buy a bottle of water, it's $1, $2, depending on what you're getting. It doesn't hurt the pocket that much. But if you look at that over months and years, that is an exorbitant amount of money that you wind up spending on bottled water. And it's a 2,000% markup for
Yep.
tap water.
Yep.
So, and Dr. Lindner also has this quote where he says, if you
Yep.
have a $6 sandwich and the same percentage markup for that sandwich, would you pay $12,000 for the sandwich? Would you? Because that's what we're paying for bottled water. And frequently bottled, now there are some that are from artesian wells and there are some that are pure. Most of them are tap water that's being treated in one way, shape, or another.
Straight up
So
tap water.
You're paying a lot for tap water
Yeah, and a lot of them add chemicals back in the tap water.
to mineralize it.
Right. Or add salt, table salt to the water. Really? I mean, adding minerals into the water is an amazing thing, and we're going to talk very briefly about that. But not table salt.
Right. And so they've had the environmental work group has done some testing on a bunch of different bottled waters, and they found pollutants in there. Disinfectants, industrial chemicals, fertilizer. You guys, fertilizer in our bottled water. And above and beyond all of that, the BPA is the plastic that the bottles are made of, right? If the bottles get cold or the bottles get hot, that BPA leaches into your water, and you're going to wind up drinking that, and it's petroleum based. It's not good for us.
Nope.
So
toxic.
Just wait till we talk about the good water. But I started drinking the good water, and which is called PIMAG water, right?
Yeah.
The water of life. So I didn't. Somebody handed me a bottle of water, probably 6 or 8 months in, at least, that I hadn't had any bottled water, and out of force of habit, I didn't think anything. I cracked the lid, and I took a sip, and it burned my throat.
Oh.
Because I never noticed that before.
Wow.
That's scary. Now, I don't know if that water had just been really hot at one point or really cold at one point, but it's something I'd never noticed before.
And it sits in
Scary.
a warehouse.
Right?
All
In a
bottled water
truck.
sits in a warehouse for up to 6 months to a year.
Right.
In a warehouse that is hot.
Right. Or you have it in your car.
Right.
Right. And it gets warm, so you don't think about it. You put the lid on, you put it in your refrigerator. Oh my gosh, you've had 2 blammies there, right? It's the worst thing you can possibly
Blammy?
do.
Is that a technical term?
Boom. Absolutely.
Boom! She dropped the
Don't
microphone,
drink it.
y'all. Boom!
Don't drink that. It's not good for you. Anyhow, so that's so high level on the bottled water, right?
Yeah.
We have trust me, we have pages of notes.
Yes.
We can talk about it later. Water's so worth talking about.
But I want to talk about the good water, Julie.
Let's talk about good water because
Good water.
we have 5-6 minutes. Let's
do it. The good water.
So what is
To
good
your
water,
health.
right? What's in good water? Or what isn't in
What
good
is
water?
Hey, that's huge. What isn't in good water?
She pauses to take
I
a sip.
paused because I was thirsty. Oh my word. Well, we've kind of broken it down into about 6 areas that we think are the most important when it comes to what makes up the perfect water.
Right.
Not water that's okay, not water that's going to stress your body out, not dead water, but truly what is going to be perfect water. 1, advanced filtration systems. This is massive, including one called a negative ionic resin filter. And what that is, Julie's iPad is talking to me.
There are comments. I'm trying to get to the comments.
Ah.
I apologize.
So, ionic resin filter is the only filter that can filter out lead. And actually, they were saying that if the families in Flint, Michigan would use this type of filter,
Right.
they could drink the water. That's
Scary,
amazing.
right? It's amazing.
It
that
is,
that's
especially,
viable.
and that's starting to happen in all different places around the United States right now because our pipes are getting older. And so it needs to have an advanced filtration system. It's hugely important. We need everything dead in there, besides just the aesthetics, besides just smell and taste. We want all of the toxins taken out, all the, the fluoride, the chlorine, everything.
Right.
That's number 1. Number 2,
Number
would you
2.
like to-
Oh my goodness. Am I talking about third-party testing?
Oh, that's important.
Right?
Yes.
Having somebody else as a third party that's reputable testing the water and testing the unit that the water comes from consistently.
Yes.
Right? Not just once and done. They come in, they test it, they check with the manufacturer, they test the products ongoing. So you know that you're getting a good, solid quality product and that the water is being filtered the way you were told originally, consistently over time. Right? That's so important.
Yep. Remineralization. This is a huge one that people don't think about, but your cells need the minerals to absorb the water. Actually, the cell membrane has a hard time even getting the water through it unless it's mineralized. And a lot of times, your cells will actually leach their own minerals just to remineralize water so it can use them.
Right. So if you were drinking RO water, right, reverse osmosis water, you're stripping minerals from your bones, which
Yep.
you need to survive and avoid osteoporosis amongst a ton of other things in order just to make your water useful,
Yeah.
right?
So this is a little side trick that Julie and I do, and a lot of us do. It's called real salt. And literally, I can't do it.
I'll
'cause
do it. I'll do it.
I can't do
'Cause
it
you
because
can't-
I
you're
only want
broken.
them. But literally, pour a little in the.
Would you like me to give you some?
Oh, sure.
We lick our
Oh,
palm.
my
That's
God.
a lot there. Share with me.
Oh, I give you the majority here.
Would you like more?
No, that's okay. You
Sorry.
can take a
I'll
little
get
and throw
really,
it.
I'll get really done.
Anyway, a couple
You
times a
talk.
day. Just lick your palm, take your water, and drink away. Now you can do it that way, and that is extremely helpful. But in our system, we actually have rocks that remineralize the water and change the pH.
Right, to make it the right balance so your body's not fighting to actually bring it to the appropriate pH to actually make use of the water. Again,
Right.
you're saving your actual minerals that you've taken in what other way, whether it's through food or through supplements.
Right.
So you're staying much better there.
Right, and the body's pH that it wants to live at is 7.4. Below that is really where disease starts to live. So when you always hear people talk about alkaline water and how important it is, basically what you're doing is you're drinking alkaline water so that you can counteract the acidic food and drink that you're taking in, or any other toxins, environmental, people, whatever those toxins are. People. Some people are. Well, not, we talked about that before,
We did.
but not us.
Fortunately for these filming things, we can get close.
But so that's why it's so wonderful to have high pH water. It's actually just counteracting what's going on in your body.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So, and then also the Nikken PyMag water it's cost effective, right? It's cost effective. You're either buying a tabletop unit or you're buying a sports bottle or shower head.
Have all three of them.
Right?
So do you, right?
Yes, I do. Of
Love
course,
them all.
Of course. We have most of them on the table in front of us, but you can't see them because the cameras are over there and we can't reach you. But we'll put pictures up and links to everything. But you buy the countertop unit, and then all you're doing after that is buying filters every 3 or 4 months. I think that's just.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay. I thought our heads were
Tina's
getting
looking
chopped
at our
off.
iPad.
I thought our head
Facebook
was
down
getting
here.
chopped off. Oh my word.
But so you do that with a countertop unit, the sports bottle, which is right here, right? The same thing. The filter's inside. All we have to do is replace the filter every 3 or 4 months, depending on how much you're consuming, right? So it's cost effective. And this bottle, it's green. You throw this in a landfill and it's gone in a year. We're not polluting the world. Right?
How long
it's
do
so
plastic?
important.
Do you,
Years, like thousands
of years. Yep.
And
before a
there's
plastic bottle. Yeah.
like millions of pounds of plastic bottles out there
Oh.
right now that have nowhere to go.
Have you seen there's those garbage areas in the sea? There are 3 of them now that are the state of Texas. Are you kidding me?
It is scary.
It's disgusting.
So
it's all garbage.
I'm going to be the meanie and say it's 8 o'clock.
No.
It is.
Anyway.
We want to respect your time.
I know we
So
want to
it's a
respect
half
your
an hour.
time, but okay. What do you think about the waterfall? I'm just going to do it really quick.
Here, hang on. I'm going to do it.
Oh, let's see
You
if Julie
talk.
can raise this
I'm
up so
gonna-
you can see it. Come on, you got. Woo! This is the waterfall. We love it. You basically just push here and you get the water. Here, I'll get a little. Hold on, Julie. Oh my gosh. It does not use electricity, which is important. You can put it down.
And you
Jules.
normally don't have to hold it up in the air when you do it, which is a big plus.
But I don't know if y'all can see the rocks in it.
Oh,
we want to
hold
ask
on
Julie
a
to
second.
pick it up.
I can do
Oh,
it
she's
again.
going to pick it up again. Can you see the rocks in it? That is to
I don't know.
remineralize
I
it.
don't know.
Oh, we didn't talk about the fact when you magnetize water, there's a
there's a
huge,
huge magnet in here.
huge magnet in here. And
Oh,
that
look at you threw this.
changes. Hi! That changes everything.
Right.
Oh, my word. All right, so basically, there's a lot of tests that have been done. When you put a magnet either near blood or near water, the molecules actually repel each other and they push
spread
away
out, right?
because they get an energetic charge. Most of the water in our bodies and what is around us has lost its energy.
Right.
It's like, you know,
Well, it's just been exposed to pipes, right?
Pipes,
it's been
yeah.
exposed to whatever
Plastic,
toxins and everything.
everything. Oh.
Just, yes. And the magnetism of the earth is just not around it for
That's
whatever
right.
reason, right? For however long. So it's super important when you have it in your bottle, or excuse me, in your waterfall unit or your sports bottle, which has the same feature as well as everything else that Nikken has from a water
Yep.
perspective. It gets that magnetism charge, right?
Right.
Which is, oh my gosh, we have so many more
oh
things.
my
we
word.
can talk
I know.
about from a
But
magnetism
it
point of
actually
view.
changes the structure of the water, the magnet, and it
Right.
actually flattens. It was interesting. I saw this thing. And it's like it flattens the molecules and it goes straight into the cell membrane. I mean, it's easily absorbed once it's magnetized because
Right.
the body is craving the magnets.
Right. So it's almost, they call it wetter. It's actually wetter
Yes.
water.
Yes, it is wetter. It's easier
wetter
to
water.
drink. It's actually really
Right,
easy to
it's
drink.
smooth and yeah, you don't get that sloshy sensation in your tummy
No, unless
when you chug
Yeah.
bottles.
Well, when you chug about 20, I actually chug about 20 ounces every morning when I get up.
I do have a lot
yeah.
at first too, but you don't get that sloshy thing.
No.
because everything is absorbing it. Your lips, your tongue, your esophagus. That's it. We're done.
No,
we have to
jeez,
go.
Julie.
I'm so mean.
Oh my
but
gosh!
It's
Oh my
your
gosh!
time that we want to
Okay,
respect.
wait. So
Oh my
I actually did a test. I actually did a test once. Not just once. We've done it a bunch of
done it
times.
a bunch.
Where you'll have someone stand there and you'll test their strength, like just standing, and then drink some filtered, bottled, whatever water, and then you test again with the PyMag water, and literally they are so much stronger.
We've seen people climb up the sides of other
Yes,
people.
that is true. Climbed on his back and held on, and he did not budge.
And then we put bottled water down his throat
Oh,
and
that was
knocked him
right.
right over.
Oh yeah, that's
knocked
right.
him right
Oh,
over. And
disgusting.
then put the PyMag back in. Fine.
Yep.
It's amazing. It's
is.
immediate. It's immediate.
We'll try it on you sometime if you want us to.
Jessica, come on over.
All right,
so
all
that's
right.
it. Thank you for
Ah,
coming. We'll
yes.
post all the good information on the website to check your water is
Yep.
ewg.org. So you use your zip code and your water company, and that's going to give you all the goodies. And we'll post that on the event, so you can come back to that. This is going to get posted. It'll be saved. So
Yep.
we'll post it, and you'll have all that kind of information. If you need anything, you have any questions, let us know.
Well, what's your website?
My website is www.nikken.com/Julie Matt.
And mine is I have
Just pick one. Pick
live,
one.
livewithenergy.today.
There you go.
So that's how to find both Julie and
That's
I.
it.
Have a great night.
Thanks.
So much.
Bye.
Mwah. Bye.